A Course in Miracles, Lesson 155. I will step back and let him lead the way. There is a way of living in the world that is not here, although it seems to be. You do not change appearance, though you smile more frequently. Your forehead is serene. Your eyes are quiet. And the ones who walk the world as you do recognize their own. Yet those who have not yet perceived the way will recognize you also and believe that you are like them, as you were before. There is a way of walking through this world that no longer depends on the world to define the walk. You still appear to move as others move. But the tension is gone. The rush is gone. The map clutched in trembling hands is gone. You have stepped back. And in your stepping back, something has stepped forward. Not a voice shouting from the clouds, but a presence. Calm, unbothered, still, leading the way. Others still see your body, your form, your name. But they do not yet know what walks within you now. Your smile is no longer for charm, it is for certainty. Your forehead is not worried with plans. It is smooth with peace. Your eyes are not searching, they are resting. And those who walk as you walk will see themselves in your stillness. They will know you by the way you did not rush to lead. They will recognize the quiet. They will feel the echo of home. And even those who cannot yet see the light before you will still look at you and think, this one walks like me. This one knows something I forgot. They will believe you are as they are, not realizing that in your stepping back, you have already left the world they still walk through. But you leave no one behind. You just walk ahead, gently, and let the light lead. The world is an illusion. Those who choose to come to it are seeking for a place where they can be illusions and avoid their own reality. Yet when they find their own reality is even here, then they step back and let it lead the way. What other choice is really theirs to make? To let illusions walk ahead of truth is madness. But to let illusion sink behind the truth and let the truth stand forth as what it is merely sanity. The world is an illusion. It is not what it claims to be. It's not a neutral stage. It's not a safe haven. It's a mirror made of smoke, built to keep the mind from remembering what cannot be changed. Those who come here come not in truth, but in forgetfulness. They are seeking a playground where they can pretend to be what they are not. They want to be illusions, to hide in form, to take on shape, status, struggle, story, to avoid their own reality, because reality cannot suffer, cannot fail, cannot be threatened. But illusions can. And so they choose illusions, just for the thrill of pretending they are real. But here's the turn. There comes a moment, even in the dream, when the dreamer stirs. A crack appears in the story. A line breaks. Something in the world doesn't satisfy anymore. And the seeker sees, even here, reality has never left. Even in the illusion, truth stands quietly waiting. And so they step back. And they let truth lead, not with fanfare, but with sanity. Because to let illusions walk ahead of truth, what is that but madness? To let ego lead your thoughts while truth walks behind, patient and silent. To follow fear while love waits at your side. That's madness. Examples of letting illusions walk ahead of truth. Chasing approval while ignoring peace. Trying to control outcomes instead of trusting the unfolding. Believing the body's eyes instead of the mind's knowing. Letting the image of yourself speak louder than the truth of your capital S self. What about the reverse? What does it mean to let the illusion sink behind the truth? It means you let the appearance of things fade, while you walk with what cannot be seen. You hear peace before you hear panic. You feel wholeness before the diagnosis. You follow the still, small voice instead of the loud, screaming world. That's not just spirituality. That's sanity. Because illusion cannot lead. It can only distract. And truth was never meant to follow. Truth walks first. Truth walks before. And now you walk with it. This is the simple choice we make today. The mad illusion will remain a while in evidence for those to look upon who chose to come and have not yet rejoiced to find they were mistaken in their choice. They cannot learn directly from the truth because they have denied that it is so. And so they need a teacher who perceives their madness, but who still can look beyond illusion to the simple truth in them. This is the simple choice we make today. Let truth walk first. Let illusion fall behind. Let the shadow stop pretending it's the guide. Let the dream stop teaching the dreamer. Let the mind remember the way. But even as we choose, the illusion does not vanish for all. The dream lingers for those who still believe it is real. The mad illusion still walks in front of many. And so it appears to remain because it must remain visible to those who still need to see it. They came to this world seeking refuge in unreality. They came to hide, not to wake. They do not yet rejoice to learn they were mistaken in that choice. They still defend the nightmare as if it were salvation. They cannot be taught directly by truth. Not because truth is unwilling, but because they are still unwilling to hear. And so love sends a bridge, a teacher, not a perfect one, but a willing one. A brother who still remembers the road, but no longer believes the lies printed on the signs. Someone who sees the madness, but does not call it identity. Someone who sees illusions, but looks past them to the truth within. This is the one they can follow. Not because he is better, but because he is still within reach. He has walked through the dream, but no longer calls it home. He walks with the light now. He steps back so it can lead. And in doing so, he becomes the map for those still afraid to drop their own. If truth demanded they give up the world, it would appear to them as if it asked the sacrifice of something that is real. Many have chosen to renounce the world while still believing its reality. And they have suffered from a sense of loss and have not been released accordingly. Others have chosen nothing but the world, and they have suffered from a sense of loss still deeper, which they did not understand. If truth seemed to demand the world be given up, it would feel like loss to those who still believe the world is real. It would feel like being asked to cut off their own hands, to leave behind warmth and safety, to give up something solid for something unseen. And so the mind resists, not because truth is cruel, but because illusion still masquerades as comfort. Yes, mighty companions, we believe we are giving up something real. We think peace is asking us to abandon pleasure. We think God is asking us to throw away what we love. And so even when we renounce the world, many do so with clenched fists. Examples of those who have renounced the world but still believed in its reality. A monk who leaves society but still fears temptation. A woman who gives up relationships but still believes she is unworthy of love. A man who stops chasing money but still feels poor inside. They gave up the form, but not the belief that it had power. And so they suffer. They feel the ache of what they think was real. They mourn a world that never was. And because they still think it was real, they are not released. The chains may change shape, but the prison is untouched. And what about those who choose nothing but the world? The entrepreneur who builds an empire but cannot sleep. The influencer with millions of followers but no peace. The man who gets everything he wanted, and still feels like something is missing. They suffer too, but their loss cuts deeper because they do not understand it. They got the world, but lost their self, and now they do not know what they have lost, only that something inside them has gone quiet, and they can't find the silence on a map. This is why we step back. This is why we let him lead the way. Because every other path leads to confusion, whether paved with renunciation or indulgence. Only the path of truth before illusion leads us home. Between these paths, there is another road that leads away from loss of every kind. For sacrifice and deprivation, both are quickly left behind. This is the way appointed for you now. You walk this path as others walk, nor do you seem to be distinct from them, although you are indeed. Thus can you serve them while you serve yourself, and set their footsteps on the way that God has opened up to you, and them through you. Between these two false paths, sacrifice and indulgence, there is another way. It is quiet. It is unassuming. It does not ask you to give up joy. It does not ask you to chase the wind. It leads away from loss in every form, because loss itself is left behind. On this path, there is no sacrifice, no deprivation, no demands from a God who wants something from you. Only a gentle return to what was never taken. This is the path appointed for you now, not later, not after you get your life together. Now, you walk it as others walk, step by step, breath by breath. You don't look different on the outside. You still wear clothes. You still answer emails. You still have a name, but you are not the same. You walk in the world, but something else walks within you now. And this inner shift makes all the difference. You serve them while you serve yourself. You follow while you gently lead. Because as you walk the road God opened for you, your footsteps clear the way for them. And the light that walks before you now walks through you. And the way you step back makes it easier for them to follow. You don't preach. You don't push. You just walk with peace, and the path becomes visible. For you and for them. Illusion still appears to cling to you that you may reach them. Yet it has stepped back. And it is not illusion that they hear you speak of, nor illusion that you bring their eyes to look on and their minds to grasp. Nor can the truth which walks ahead of you speak to them through illusions, for the road leads past illusion now, while on the way you call to them that they may follow you. Illusion still appears to cling to you. You wear the form. You speak the language. You look like them. And this is not a mistake. It is mercy. For how else would you reach them, but through the door they still believe is real? Yet illusion has stepped back. It no longer leads. It no longer defines your steps, your worth, or your path. And though it clings in form, its function has been stripped. It no longer hides the truth. And so when you speak, they don't hear illusion. They hear something behind it, beneath it, beyond it. It is not illusion that you bring their eyes to look on. It is not illusion that fills their mind when they walk with you. Because the truth that walks ahead of you, the light, cannot speak through lies. It does not speak through fear. It does not teach with threat. It only speaks through what is real. And so it walks past illusions now. It walks ahead, unwavering, sure. And as you follow it, you call back. You don't pull. You don't push. You just call, gently, with your steps, with your stillness, with your peace. You call to them from beyond the illusion so they may follow you home. All roads will lead to this one in the end. For sacrifice and deprivation are paths that lead nowhere, choices for defeat, and aims that will remain impossible. All this steps back as truth comes forth in you, to lead your brothers from the ways of death and set them on the way to happiness. Their suffering is but illusion, yet they need a guide to lead them out of it, for they mistake illusion for the truth. All roads will lead to this one in the end. There is no other destination, only the illusion of detours, only the appearance of delay. Sacrifice is a dead-end road. Deprivation is a loop that circles back into suffering. These are paths that go nowhere. They promise relief but deliver despair. They offer rewards, but only through loss. They are choices for defeat, wrapped in the language of discipline and worthiness. They are aims that cannot be fulfilled because they begin with the belief that you are broken. But all of that steps back now. It melts like mist in the morning light. As truth comes forth in you, you become the signal fire on the hill. You become the lamp at the crossroads. You lead your brothers, not by force, but by clarity. You walk ahead and show them that the way of death was never the only road. That happiness is not a myth. That joy is not a reward. It is the natural path. Once illusions step back, their suffering is not real, but it feels real, and so they need a guide. They need a brother who no longer mistakes the dream for the dreamer. They need someone who knows the pain isn't punishment, someone who doesn't flinch at shadows, but gently reminds them where the light is. They need a guide who walks with truth before him and love within him. And that guide is now you. Such is salvation's call and nothing more. It asks that you accept the truth and let it go before you, lighting up the path of ransom from illusion. It is not a ransom with a price. There is no cost, but only gain. Illusion can but seem to hold in chains the Holy Son of God. It is but from illusions he is saved. As they step back, he finds himself again. Such is salvation's call. It does not scream. It does not shame. It calls, softly, certain. And what does it ask? It asks that I accept the truth, not argue with it, not earn it, just accept it. And then let it go before me. Let it lead. Let it light the way out of illusion, the path of ransom. But this ransom is not what the world taught me. Not a cost, not a payment, not a sacrifice of blood or status or behavior. There is no toll at the gate of heaven, no receipts, no price tags, only gain, only release, only remembrance. But what is ransom, mighty companions? In the Bible, it is called the price paid for freedom, the cost of release from sin and death, a sacrifice made by another so that I might be spared. But in the course, there is no price to pay, because there was never a debt. There was only a mistaken belief that I had left God, that I was guilty, that I needed to be bought back. And so the ransom is not a payment. It is a vision. It is a quiet light that shows me I was never chained. I was only dreaming of chains. And as that illusion steps back, I find myself again. Not the self I made, but the self that never changed. The ransom is paid when I stop believing there was something to pay. Because salvation cost me nothing, but the willingness to stop pretending I was lost. And as I step back, truth steps forward. And in that stepping, we are free. Walk safely now, yet carefully, because this path is new to you. And you may find that you are tempted still to walk ahead of truth and let illusions be your guide. Your holy brothers have been given you to follow in your footsteps as you walk with certainty of purpose to the truth. It goes before you now, that they may see something with which they can identify, something they understand to lead the way. Walk safely now, but walk carefully too, because this path is new. Not because the truth is dangerous, but because the ego still whispers in your ear. It still tempts you to lead. It still tempts you to sprint ahead, to take the light and run with it like a banner. But if you walk ahead of truth, then who's guiding who? If you let illusions back into the driver's seat, even with good intentions, then you are no longer walking, you're wandering. So step back again. Let the light stay before you. Let the presence lead. You don't need to blaze a trail. You just need to walk it with trust. Your holy brothers walk behind you. Not because you are higher, but because you have remembered something first. They have been given to you, just as you have been given to them. They follow in your footsteps, but they are watching something else too. They are watching how you walk. They are watching what guides you. And if they see you walking with certainty, not because you know every step, but because you know who walks ahead, then they will trust the path too. Truth goes before you. Not just to lead you, but to become something your brothers can recognize. Something they can identify with. Something they understand. Not because they see God yet, but because they see you walking with Him. And that gives them permission to believe they can too. Yet at the journey's ending, there will be no gap, no distance between truth and you. And all illusions walking in the way you traveled will be gone from you as well, with nothing left to keep the truth apart from God's completion, holy as Himself. Step back in faith and let truth lead the way. You know not where you go, but one who knows goes with you. Let Him lead you with the rest. Yet, at the journey's ending, there will be no gap, no space between you and the truth, no veil, no echo of separation. All illusions that seem to walk with you will be gone, gone like mist in the noonday sun, gone like fear that never had a source, gone like names that meant nothing real. There will be nothing left to keep truth apart from God's completion. And you are that completion, holy as Himself. There will be no you and truth, as if they were two. There will be no journeyer and destination, only completion, only the quiet knowing that nothing was ever missing. So step back in faith, not with certainty about form, but with trust in function. Let the truth lead the way. You do not know where you are going, but one who knows me goes with you. Let Him lead you. Let Him walk ahead of your plans, your fears, your timing, your need to understand. Let Him lead you with the rest. Because this is not a solo walk. This is a procession of return, a gathering, a remembering, and truth goes first. When dreams are over, time has closed the door on all the things that pass, and miracles are purposeless. The Holy Son of God will make no journeys. There will be no wish to be illusion rather than the truth. And we step forth toward this as we progress along the way that truth points out to us. This is our final journey, which we make for everyone. We must not lose our way. For as truth goes before us, so it goes before our brothers who will follow us. When dreams are over, there will be no more journeys. Not because the road ends in death, but because the need for roads will vanish. When time has closed the door on all things that pass, then nothing will need to be reached. There will be no more waiting, no more seeking, no more fixing what was never broken. Even miracles will be purposeless, because there will be nothing left to heal, nothing left to forgive, nothing to reverse. Only reality, only peace. And the Holy Son of God, who once believed he wandered, will wander no more. There will be no wish to be illusion rather than truth. No appetite for conflict. No interest in form. No need to pretend. And we step forward now, not just toward that place, but toward that state of mind, as truth points the way, but not in miles, but in meaning. Not in distance, but in desire. This is our final journey. And we do not make it for ourselves alone. We make it for everyone, because there is only one of us in truth. We must not lose our way, not because we will be punished, but because we carry so many with us. And as truth goes before us, it goes before them too. They will follow, because we walked, because we stepped back, because we let the light lead. We walk to God. Pause and reflect on this. Could any way be holier or more deserving of your effort, of your love and of your full intent? What way could give you more than everything, or offer less and still content the Holy Son of God? We walk to God. The truth that walks before us now is one with Him and leads us to where He has always been. What way but this could be a path that you would choose instead? We walk to God. Pause. Let that settle. Let that rearrange everything you thought your day was about. We don't walk to goals. We don't walk to success. We don't walk to salvation like it's somewhere else. We walk to God. Could any way be holier than this? Could any path be more worthy of your effort, of your attention, of your trust, of your love? What else could deserve your full intent? What road could promise you more than everything? And what other path could offer less and still satisfy the Holy Son of God? What lesser aim are you still willing to chase? We walk to God, not metaphorically, not someday, but now, with each breath surrendered, with each illusion released. The truth that walks before us now is not separate from Him. It is one with Him. And so, it leads us not to somewhere new, but to where He has always been, always waiting, always present, always here. What other way would you choose instead? What lesser path still calls your name? What lie do you still want to follow when the truth is walking before you now, with open hands? Your feet are safely set upon the road that leads the world to God. Look not to ways that seem to lead you elsewhere. Dreams are not a worthy guide for you who are God's son. Forget not He has placed His hand in yours and given you your brothers in His trust, that you are worthy of His trust in you. He cannot be deceived. His trust has made your pathway certain and your goal secure. You will not fail your brothers nor yourself. Your feet are safely set upon the road. This road is not just for you. It leads the world to God. This is not poetry. This is certainty. Do not look to other ways that seem to lead elsewhere. Don't look to shortcuts. Don't look to dreams dressed up as direction. Dreams are not worthy of being your guide. Not anymore. Not for you, the Son of God. Forget not this one thing. He has placed His hand in yours. You are not walking alone. And He has given you your brothers, not as burdens, but as sacred trust. He trusts you. Let that echo, mighty companion. He trusts you, not because of what you've done, but because of what you are. You are worthy of His trust, and He cannot be deceived. He cannot be deceived. He cannot be deceived. So if He has trusted you, then you must be trustworthy. His trust has made your path certain. Your goal is not in question. You will not fail your brothers. You will not fail yourself, not because of your strength, but because you are no longer leading, because truth walks before you now. And now, He asks but that you think of Him a while each day, that He may speak to you and tell you of His love, reminding you how great His trust, how limitless His love. In your name and his own, which are the same, we practice gladly with this thought today. I will step back and let him lead the way, for I would walk along the road to him. And now he asks but this, that you think of him. Not all day, not with strain, just a little while. Just enough space in your mind for love to speak again. He wants to talk to you, not to scold, not to measure, but to remind you of his love, to tell you that you were never alone, to tell you that you were never guilty, to remind you how great his trust in you is. Not average, not reluctant, great, to remind you how limitless his love is, in your name and his own, which are the same, not similar, not close, the same. We practice gladly this thought today. I will step back and let him lead the way. That's not weakness, that's wisdom, because I would walk the road to him. Who's leading the way? Come. Truth, love, wholeness. Who are we walking to? God. Who are we walking with? Each other, and the one who goes before us, who was never separate to begin with. We're not learning how to escape the world. We're learning how to see that there never was one. We're not learning how to find God. We're remembering that we never left him. So we step back. We let the light lead, and we walk each other home. That's the whole journey, mighty companions. 14 steps, one destination, no gap, all God.